And good evening. Hello, everyone. How are we all feeling today? Yes?
Good. It's not even the last game of the year yet.
No, true. For some reason, we decided not to take a December break. And things are working on fine. I'm just thinking we might actually hit 400 videos by the end of the year. I don't know.
Oh, seriously? That would be cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
Where are we at now?
As we are recording this, we are at 390.
Okay.
That's cool.
So, yes, and
What a diligent GM we have.
Oh yes, well, two per episode. Maybe. Anyhow, yes. If you were watching this, actually, I think this is going out tomorrow, so on the 17th. Well, seasons are coming, so don't worry. If you were running away from either Wham or Mariah Carey, we've got you covered. On that note, no intro scene today. So let's just get in on it. By the way, this is for future intro scenes. If you have a question for one of the other players, it's a player asking the question to another player with regards to their character. If there is something that you would like to see, for example, either origin or interaction, it could be pretty much anything. We'll discuss it, put it up on the Discord when we make a list, and we'll maybe act out those scenes in future episodes. And if you, dear public, see something that you would like, have an idea of what you would like to see, that can be done as well. I know that I've had one request that the four of you sing Kiss the Girl, considering one of the past episodes, but I believe that is very much trademarked. So, apologies, maybe in a bonus. I don't know. I think that's worth launching a Patreon for, don't you think? Yeah? Everybody's saying yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I have pictures in my mind now, like for a Christmas calendar. Sorry.
Sure. Okay. Anyway.
Like Tavaren in jolly clothing and Anna in her delightful attire.
We'll have to find the artists.
I mean, I think karaoke is fine, right? Because that's karaoke versions of those songs exist anyway. So as long as we're singing it, it's fine.
Yeah,
you're not allowed to play the song as it's.
Right, if it's just a cappella, you think it'll pass?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll work on it. Promise. We'll make that the.
Also, we're terrible singers.
Yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. And I don't even know if all of us are going to be in sync, anyways, considering that the tubes. But
Yeah, wait. 3, 2, 1, clap.
Yep.
Do that again.
So 3, 2, 1, clap.
Yeah, that was not in sync.
I don't think we were. Anyways, apologies to those who we've just bursted eardrums on. So, who's up for a little recap of the events since you've entered into Hither?
Climbed our way down the Queen's Way.
Yes.
Indeed.
Encountered the bandits group of Haragon.
Mm-hmm.
Made our way to the Slanty Tower, which had a balloon hanging from it with...
And 2 snakes at the bottom.
Yes, well, we never saw the 2 snakes at the bottom.
True. You managed to be extremely stealthy.
They might be complete lie. But there was a fairy dragon in a cage.
True. Sir
Dragon Knight.
Yes.
To add with a
Traveler.
great mustache to add to it. Very
Absolutely.
important.
I mean, the mustache was the gift from a fairy queen, so.
Exactly. I want a mustache like that, damn it.
And now we are on our way to a hill with feet. after having been, after we encountered a well that's almost drowned us.
Well, let's go back a little bit, just a little bit. You have not yet encountered the well as such, right? What happened is that throughout your exploration of hither, walking across, it's always been sort of heavy, sort of mud, so that thick mud that sort of sticks to your shoes. It's been heavy going for the last couple of hours. And until at some point where you started noticing that it became a bit more sloggy and water started to rise. Enough that Plum, if you had not scrambled onto the back of... remind me the name of your snail?
Not my snail, but...
Your general snail?
Early lightning, something like that.
It was lightning, purple lightning, or
Pearl lightning or something.
pearl lightning.
Oh,
Yeah,
lightning. Yeah.
very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. To discover that they were not as jacked up as the snails from the carnival, but hey, you know. But if you had not sort of clambered up onto pearl lightning, you would have basically been in enough water to start swimming. As the water had sort of almost gone up to almost a human shoulder height. It didn't last very long. It's sort of that ebb and flow, and as it sort of seeped back into the ground, it's a bit then that you sort of notice just on the edge of your vision. Remind, this is marshland. So you basically have maybe 100 feet of sight anyways through this sort of general fog that's here. As the water comes down, the fog sort of just clears just a little bit, just enough for you to see off in the distance a structure. I think we had said something along the lines of 10 foot tall, maybe a bit more. 15 foot tall. 15 foot tall brick tube, in a sense, that sort of shoots up. But around it, you saw flickering lights, to which Ysdred, in a way, associated with will-o-wisps. But here in Prismeer, things are not always what they seem. So I would ask the four of you here and now, would you approach these lights or try and go around them?
I mean, Tavaren definitely would.
We might just... Let's keep in mind that we need some place to rest soon.
Follow Monarch. That is always a good decision sometimes.
Always, sometimes.
Let's be careful, but I'm curious as well.
If we punch it, then it will go away. It can always work. Worst case.
As you walk through, there's enough, so you can literally see, there's a sound of gushing water that is coming from this well. And there's just enough sort of, there's not a lot of wind, but you can just feel sort of the spray of sort of misting on your face as you head forward. and you can see now, sort of cutting through the mist, the sort of lights turning around in sort of little groups of 2 or 3, and this geyser basically spewing out water. What are your does anyone have a passive perception of 13 or higher?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
No.
Yeah, probably not.
Fair enough. Tavaren, as you're looking up, you can actually see that there are a bit like a party trick. There are a series of small objects that seem to be bobbing on the top of this now, what was it? 30 feet of gout of water, basically.
Huh. There's something on top of that. Should I have a look?
Actually, all of you, so Tavaren, this time I'm going to make me a perception check.
Okay.
$25. Yeah, so the thing is, as you're looking about, you can see these little sort of objects, and you count them. You count 5 of them. And as you're looking about, you can see around the well, you see 5 of these little glowing lights.
Okay. And they're all on top of the spout?
So the objects are, yes, they're on top of the spout.
Should I go check it out? I asked the rest of the group.
I'll come with you. Always have friends.
Well, I mean, like, check it out on top.
Gives a sign of like.
And you're still a bit stuck.
I mean, you're the flying one. Be careful.
Well, I mean, I haven't been the flying one yet, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah. I am going to untie my belt and prepare my belt with a stone just in case.
Okay. So Talavar sort of is maybe sort of seeing you sort of again preparing this. Oh, what's going on? Is there a battle to be? If I were only outside these cages, sort of rattles the sort of inside the cage. You notice he's drawn his very small longsword.
Yeah.
Keep
And it's just.
lifting your weights. Keep lifting your weights.
Yeah, is it? And he's sort of, banging, or he's sort of rattling off. I'm gonna get me at him. There is no honor in babbling about honor and the fact that he would like to show himself off. But yeah. Anything? So what do you do?
I will activate my charm of the monarch.
Okay.
And sprout some fairy wings and flutter up.
Okay. Let's see. I would like you to let's go for the trinket. I said 5, right? So.
Yes, you said 5. If it was 7, I would have made a comment about Dragon Balls.
Okay. As you sort of fly up, there's the with your passive perception, I would say that you notice that as you sort of fly up, the golden sort of lights seem to sort of move about and sort of follow you upwards. You see there is a golden pendant charm, sort of a charm shaped like a leprechaun, an iron needle with an eye that refuses there's an iron needle, a small sort of box in the shape of a coffin. A top with 4 sides, with sort of engraving or an image on it, and a I guess it would be a sort of smooth, almost faceted ball, and you can just see numbers on them. I think. Is that number? Yes.
I'll shout down and tell everyone else what I'm seeing. Bit weird. I can try to grab one.
Why? Don't grab. Are you a thief? Royalty thieving.
Wait, who's talking to me? I just hear that voice in my head, or?
No, not in your head. As in, it. A voice in your head does not have any direction. This one does have direction. Multiple directions, actually.
Okay. Wait. I'm sorry, does this belong to anyone? Hello?
Yes. Yes. Belongs to us.
Who's us?
Us. And basically, there's almost a you're almost blinded as one of these lights sort of goes up as like, can you not see us? You can hear us, not see. Not see?
Oh,
Us?
wait.
Blind he must be. Royalty do not see the lesser folk. That is true, that is true. But is there honor in this one? I don't know. What do you know? I don't know nothing.
You're talking to me. You're
Yes, sir. Yes, Majesty. We are speaking. Are you not listening?
No, yeah,
Nobility
listening.
never listen. Nobility never listen. They never listen. They never listen.
I'm listening.
Oh, he's listening.
you-
He's listening. He's
what-
listening.
what
Can
do
he
you-
hear us, do you think?
What are you doing up here?
What else would we be doing? We are here.
Do you want to be up here?
Well, we are here because you are looking at looking at our things. Others, we are elsewhere. Sometimes, when the water goes down, we leave. Appear other places. We meet. We fly.
Would you like to not be on top of this?
He wants us in the mud. Royalty always wants us in the mud.
No, I can carry you.
No, we're good.
Yes? Are you sure?
Yes.
You prefer to
Yes.
stay on top of the water?
We travel. We see. We meet. And who are you?
Well, you already named me as the monarch, so I
Yes.
think you know.
Traveling monarch. Traveling monarch. Royalty. They must move. Must be a revolution. Oh yes, a revolution. He's no bullywug. No bullywug. No bullywug. Maybe not the red revolution. Oh, we can try.
Okay, so, I mean, if you don't want to be picked up from there, I won't pick you up.
Good. Thank
But
you.
if any of you want to go down, and you don't have to be in the mud, I can carry you. Then let me know.
That means travel? Travel, maybe travel. See other places, new people.
We are going to travel. We are going to Talamy Hill right now.
Telemy Hill. Oh, we've seen Telemy Hill. Telemy Hill travels too.
Yes. Yeah, so we heard.
Yeah, yes, he listens now. This is royalty that listens. Very, very rare. Absolutely, very, very rare.
Probably because I only just became royalty.
Ah, right. Of course. New. Always good words in the beginning, then they become a tyrant. Yes, and then they become dead. Absolutely. That's what the Bullywug tells us. That's what the Bullywug says, yes.
I have no intention to becoming a tyrant or becoming dead.
But does he have a choice?
I also have some friends down there. If you want to meet them.
By the way, from below, Right. This is happening 30 feet up, so in
Oh, yeah.
whispers, so you can barely hear Tavaren over the gushing of the water. But you can. He's basically has these 5 glowing little witch lights, sort of turning around or sort of circling his face around, sort of showing strange shadows. But as soon as you friends down, and basically one of them stays up there, and the four of them basically in sort of in a spinning motions come down and sort of come down to you 3, stay sort of seem to be examining you all over, sort of winding across your shoulders, your back. Sort of, at some point, I think Anna sort of right between your legs, looking at your boots.
And what are they looking like?
Little balls of light.
Okay.
Ysdred, these look like will-o-wisps.
Okay. So we
Hello
can
there.
see them, but not Tavern. Weird. Hello.
By the way, Gabby,
Yes?
just center your camera a little bit. I can only see your left eye, right eye. Perfect, thank you. There she is. What were you saying?
So they're...
I was asking if we could see them, but not Tavaren.
You can see them and Tavaren. So Tavaren is sort of flying. By the way, Tavaren.
Yeah.
Because we missed that. You said, "Oh, I activate the whole thing." Going just back a little bit. Apologies. As you sort of as you touch the mark, I forgot where exactly we had mentioned it, but you can see the sort of a pair of large glowing butterfly wings in scintillating colors. This time, I guess, would they be blue, green, or purple?
Green.
Green. As you touch you can see that you basically the as you touch the butterfly that is marked. I believe it was on your wrist.
I think so. Yes.
As you touch it, the color, the green coloration in the wings sort of fades away to sort of again sort of blow out onto your back, where you have these great sort of monarch wings, sort of black and green, and you lift off. Quite the transformation in a way. But yes, you realize that now the butterfly on your wrist only has 2 colors left.
Right.
So yes, you, Ysdred, Anna, Plum, you can definitely see Tavaren.
I sort of yelled out, "It's okay, they're friendly.
What?
They're friendly!"
Well, nice to meet you. But who are you?
We are we. He is he. They are they. I am I. These things don't necessarily seem to be as there's sort of a whispering and babbling and sort of things like that. They seem childish almost in a sense. But it's yes, they're not very intelligent. They're not very knowledgeable. And seem to their greatest feat is being basically just existing without actually any awareness other than the fact that they exist. They seem to be interested in anything that you have in your hands, or any sort of clothing or bits and sort of. I think one of them maybe sort of jumps in one of your packs, sort of rummages around. You can see sort of the glowing light sort of popping out from different seams and pockets and stuff like that. They are very curious about you.
What are you? Looking for a bargain, maybe?
Looking for others.
Others?
Others. We follow. We move. We stay with. We meet others. You have potential others.
What is other?
There's a moment where the gushing sort of that rushing of water sort of stops, and the geyser basically plunges into the well, deep into the well.
Okay.
And with it, as Tavaren, you're looking up, the objects sort of fall into the well and stuff, and the 5 little balls of light just swish over the lip of the well and dive into it. And you find yourselves alone.
Did you scare them off?
I don't know, I asked the question.
Or they just disappeared with the water.
Probably.
Maybe they're linked to the water somehow?
Tavaren starts fluttering down again.
Okay.
So, how does it feel to have wings, Monarch?
Pretty good.
I
Nice
am
to fly.
very...
It's
I know, right?
you should try it.
Squint eyes towards I can't.
But those are beautiful wings.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I get the feeling that they're gonna have like I can only do it a couple of times and they're gonna be a different color next time.
Ooh. Should we get going and out of the mud, maybe?
I mean, I'd like to. Do we see Telemi Hill from here, and do we know where to go?
I'll say that in the interest of moving things along, right? There's definitely a. I don't even think you notice it because of the mud or whatnot, but there's, I guess, sort of an air pressure as you look to what you would imagine to be sort of in a south-ish direction, where through the mist there is a sort of a. It's like if the horizon were moving closer. Sort of pushing itself out from the fog, you see a slope, a wooded slope, as in covered in greenery and sort of it. Well, if here it's a lot of mud and sort of a lot of it looks like lawn, right? It looks like a well-kept lawn, just sloping upwards onto this hill that is surmounting a series of bright yellow striped socks. The bottom of which have been now caked with that brownish mud, and you can see that how some of the muddy water sort of seeped up these yellow socks. These yellow socks with a sort of a curl to the end, right? So maybe not socks, more sort of elven, sort of the sort of elfish pixie shoes, I guess. But brightly striped brightly yellow and striped in brown, and you can see maybe it looks like 100 of these, almost as Tavaren tall. These basically these feet, and they keep moving. So almost in a sort of bang, 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 as an entire hill is moving in your general direction.
Oh,
Yes.
better not get squashed.
The hills are alive with the sound of stomping.
Apparently.
That's good. That is good. That's gonna be today's episode. That's gonna be the hills are alive. That's gonna be the title, right there. But more than that, you let's see, let me right. As you come up to it, there's a. Yeah, here you go. You are greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy, silvery green moss blankets a gentle upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of the hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as through in a breeze despite the absence of one. You start to figure out that this smell is actually coming from these willows, almost sort of projecting, pushing the same way you would wave a sensor for perfume or such. And it sort of walks in your direction. At some point, it comes to you're maybe 200 meters away, and there you can sense sort of there's a pattern of movement coming from the willows. They don't seem to be moving backwards and forwards due to any of the footsteps, but they seem to be almost sort of moving towards you and back, sort of in a circular motion.
How long has it been since I activated my wings?
5 minutes.
Okay, then I should still. I can still fly, so
I believe it's what, an hour?
An hour, yeah.
Yeah, definitely an
hour. So I think I'll go like. I think I can just land on it.
What happens is, interestingly enough, is that as you are moving forward, you can see that the trees that have been sort of sparsely sort of distributed around the hill seem to be grouping up as they're moving to the part of the hill that is closest to you.
So they does it look like they don't want me on there?
No, they seem to. Well, make me an inside check.
They're controlling the hill. They're guiding the hill. It's a controller.
Actually, considering that, Tavaren, you do have speech of, I will actually allow you to put an
speech
insight.
Beast and Leaf, yeah.
Yeah.
And also another thing.
Druid.
And Speech of the Woods.
And Speech of the Woods, yeah. Oh, right, you've got both.
Yeah, now I have both.
First of all, the trees seem sentient, or at least they seem mobile. As you can see, that you don't necessarily see the roots. It's like if they're gliding basically through mud, basically, sort of the hill itself. That mossy exterior, allowing them to glide through it. And they seem to be at some point sort of almost nodding to each other. And then they start to shake, having grouped up in your general direction. And the hill stops.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
how are you? Yeah, so it stops and then sort of slants itself a little bit so that the skirt of the hill sort of is just about where you would be able to sort of either climb up on it or such.
I'll flitter over to it, but then we'll wait for everyone else. Like, come on, let's go. Let's go onto the hill.
Let's go.
All right.
I'll probably put a foot on and say, thank you for having us, and continue on.
Theme. Okay. Ysdred, Plum.
I'll go with the group, like nodding back and trying to be more careful of my surroundings than usual.
Okay.
I'll
What do you
think
do
I'll
with your
the
mounts,
same
by the
thing.
way?
I mean-
she'll probably dismount because
But what
feels
if
like the
Telemy
right
Hill
thing to do.
walks off when
Sorry?
we're on it? What if Telemy Hill walks off while we're on it?
Oh, she will bring Nixie, but she will dismount.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, but-
to be honest, you don't necessarily need to dismount, as you can just step from the saddle of your horse onto the hill. Your horse being just the right height for just to step off.
Or that might be the solution.
Plum, you said?
I'll just look and be like, okay. Monarch,
Yes.
and I put my hands a bit up, like in uppy mode, and I'm going to be like, can you help me, please, Monarch? That would be.
grab, and then because like my I guess my carrying capacity has also gone up now.
Yes, it has.
So now it's easier to just go like, yep, let's. There you can see the butterfly wings going a bit more like.
Oh, Plum's not that heavy.
No, true, but like I don't know, with all the stuff that Plum's carrying, like.
There.
I am small boy, but still, not that
Boy,
heavy.
but you have heavy eggs and.
Ysdred will help with the landing if necessary.
Okay. There's about you can count again maybe 3 or 4 of these trees that have sort of set themselves up. You can see that while the greater cusp of trees has sort of come in, as you step onto the hill, they sort of scatter just a little bit, maybe a bit wary of who you are, and say maybe about 20 feet away from you. But there are 4 that seem to sort of set themselves between you and the rest, almost as it, and they would bow again like trees, like like willows in the wind. Sort of each of you bow to each and one of you, and you do notice that yes, there is definitely a deeper bow for Tavaren. The others further to the side keep bowing towards each other and you, and sort of it's almost, I mean, the way that I would remember is the mushrooms in Fantasia. If everybody has that idea, that visual, it's a very sort of very yes. Whenever they meet each other, and that's how you would imagine how they would communicate. There are whispers that sort of come from the trees. You can't exactly make it's well, all of you speak Sylvan, remember, right?
Yes.
I think so. I do.
Yep.
So the whispering, you can hear the whispering and the creaking as these trees seemingly communicate freely, and they're actually quite chatty. But it's too much to actually. It's like conversations in a crowd, with high wind. So it's difficult to actually make out what they're talking about. But you do understand that you might be the subject of the conversations and the local gossip. But you do, go ahead.
I think Tavaren will go, hello, we have come actually to look for a key for, the gentleman, the Sir Knight's cage here.
Ah, yes. I was a bit taken aback about it. I should introduce myself. I am sort of, Monarch. If you, well, I'm not
Yes,
one
of
to
course.
make the
No, go ahead.
Oh, yes.
You're a knight.
I am Sir Talavar, emissary of the Summer Queen Titania, brought here by these esteemed adventurers in order to liberate myself from this situation, specifically this cage. We are here to meet a Jingle Jangle, proprietor of the key that would guarantee my release. Or so I've been told by quite the honorable Bullywug of Downfall. There's a moment where the trees again, this time hush, and then hush, even more so. As in, yes. Jingle Jangle collects keys, talks about them endlessly. Would you want to meet her?
Yes, we would like to meet her.
Then...
If she would be amenable to it?
Oh...
That would be nice.
We worry about her.
Oh.
3 days she came to Telemy Hill, bruised, wounded, a friend in need. Are you friends that are needed?
I mean, if we need help, we can certainly try to help.
And the cusp sort of opens as you find a sort of a worn stone path, steps leading sort of upwards towards toward the crag.
Like that's what you can see on the map.
Yes, pretty much, very much so.
If you'll have us, then we'll meet her.
The trees are sort of seem to sort of move with you. The four sort of opening up the way, the others staying sort of just apart. But again, that sort of nodding and whispering, the constant. It is the closest thing that you've heard to, the wind through the leaves in a forest. As you come to the crowd, you get a better view, I guess, of the surrounding area. This sort of I guess at this point the water would have sort of rushed back up, and so you find yourself this Telemy Hill sort of planted this island a bit underneath this sort of shimmering silver, tarnished silver sort of water. I lost my words tonight. It's becoming a habit. So this expanse, this watery expanse, basically all around you. The occasional tree popping up, the different, a few wells here and there, and again from afar, Tavaren, you would notice the sort of little pinpricks of light that sort of seem to sort of illuminate them. Each one of these wells, or as far as you can tell, seem to have this sort of collection of will-o-wisps running towards them, and then disappearing, and then another one would reappear, and then another, sort of almost sort of emerging out of the dark before disappearing a few minutes later. The walk is, well, it's dry land. which is the first for you in a while.
Which means that Anna spends a couple of minutes just drying off everyone's pants and boots and cleaning them off a little bit. Prestidigitation is such a good spell for that.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't have but I do have Druidcraft now because of the D&D the 5e 2024 rules.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. I believe Plum, you've also re-rolled into 24.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I
Anna
have,
Anna and Ysdred are still 14.
Yep. For me, it's for now.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always we can always come into things.
It becomes more interesting, I guess, for you once you reach level 3, so that you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I believe Ysdred, you made a change. We looked into it, as in you were no longer a Paladin Warlock, but you were a Paladin Sorceress.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So, yes,
That's a change.
that is a change,
Nice.
and we will be sure to have a look into what that gives at some point. But suffice to say, as you climb up the hill, sort of going around the surrounding, you come up to a cave, just at the peak of the hill. The doorway shaped like a keyhole. Is anything that you would? The trees have stayed sort of just at the green line, just before you reaching the rock. But yes, and say, give her our love. Take care of her. We will be here. You are safe. If you are friend.
Yeah, that was the catch. Okay.
We mean
Is there any way to knock? If not, I'm actually going to use prestidigitation to create a knocking sound.
I
Just
like
to
that.
Oh,
I really
nice.
like that. Yes.
That's a good one.
So do you knock 3 times? 4 times? 8 times?
Yeah. Probably the usual 3.
No.
Wait a minute. Prestidigitation can actually not make.
no, thaumaturgy. I can.
No,
That's thaumaturgy.
it's thaumaturgy. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Oh,
So
then
can just
I'll
ask
do it if you
Ysdred.
want.
I can also do it with Druidcraft.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
believes that those spells are the same, but they're actually different. There
Yeah.
are differences.
That's why I checked and I was like, nope. Actually, prestidigitation
I think
doesn't
there's
make sounds.
Are you sure? Because
I
it's
can
sometimes
create a harmless sensory effect, which does include small sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sensory effect. So yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So,
So
yes.
yeah, I'm gonna create a knocking sound.
So the 3 knocks, and you hear almost a sort of a coming from down below, echoing through the entrance. Hello, come in.
Well, that's an invitation.
Yep.
We're invited.
Let's
So-
go in.
We're coming
I
in.
didn't want to go in without invitation.
Yep. No, that seems like a good idea. But now that someone said come in, so yep,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I don't know what could go wrong. Go wrong.
What could go wrong?
Exactly.
Let's see. Let's put on this one right here. No, it works in a sense. Worn stone steps lead down into what feels like a cellar. It's chilly in here, and you detect the subtle scent of iron in the air. From a distant spot within the chamber, sputtering candles illuminate a multitude of keys dangling from taut strings that crisscross the walls. hundreds of other keys lie themselves strewn across the dirt floor. As you take in the scene, you hear the sound of keys jingling as a goblin emerges from the dimness. She wears a coat lined with metal keys and carries a flail that has padlocks for heads. She seems exhausted or almost on a sort of limping. She has difficulty moving about. And she manages a faint smile and says, "How, my jingle jangle, unlock a bit of happiness in your lives today."
Hello.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you. But you seem to be injured. Can we help you?
By the way, for you, this is Jingle Jangle.
Aww.
Oh my god, yes.
They're adorable.
If someone heard Jingle Jangle, I will burn this place.
Oh, but someone has heard Jingle Jangle.
What happened?
Oh, Jingle Jangle was foraging for delicious truffles when brigands stole my basket and beat me black and blue. I called on a friend Telemi, and I have been resting.
Yeah, Ptolemy let us in and was very worried about you. Requested we came in to see if you were alright.
Jingle Jangle is very hungry.
What do you usually eat?
Truffles, or if you have a tasty snack?
Let me look. We do have rations.
Yeah, it's not very tasty, is it?
Nah, but I can make them tastier.
Actually, I do believe. Well, if you could always go scrounging around if you wished. Do you have anything sweet in there? As you bring out sort of the sort of the human rations, right? So a lot of sort of bread, tartack, and stuff like that. You can see that she has Jingle Jangle has sort of that acute sense of smell. It goes, she's very polite, as in you will not necessarily see it. You'll not sort of look, what's this human food? But you can see that she might have a preference for something. She might have a bit of a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
I pull everyone together. I'm like, I think I have maybe something to propose, but
go ahead.
You remember I won the eating contest, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And I still have cupcake.
Oh.
But I think it was a magical cupcake, if I remember well.
Probably gonna be even tastier.
Oh right, yes, you have a cupcake of disappearing, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, keep your cupcakes. I have something sweet for me. Would that be to your taste? And she kneels to her height and grabs from her pocket the unicorn horn and pops
Yes.
The candy, yes.
and she. Would that be to your like?
Very much so. Jingle Jangle appreciates.
She drops them in her hands, like. Whoop.
Yeah, there's definitely a moment where there's that trepidation. Where, I think we're getting an echo from somewhere.
We're getting an echo, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
noticing at least.
Again.
Yeah.
And now?
There's that sort of anticipation as you see her sort of trepidation like a kid before basically before getting a treat, but that of course makes her entire cloak and jacket jingle. So you've got it. She sounds like keys being rattled at a 3-year-old. But immediately, as she sort of takes, she doesn't grab them. She sort of looks up and sort of grabs one from your hand, as if your hand were basically a plate. I think it sort of doesn't. I guess the idea is she tries to be proper, to show herself proper. You can see she just wants to grab everything and go, huh.
No, she asks her to cup her hand and she empties it in her hands.
Okay. I got that the other way around. And yes, so basically, there's a moment where she just goes, Jingle Jangle, thanks you. What could Jingle Jangle do for you? You come by telling me Hill for Jingle Jangle, or you come visit telling me?
Well, we came to find the key for a good Sir Knight here in the cage.
So Tavaren sort of, yeah, yes. I would impose on you in finding a solution to my predicament. I am told that you are a keeper of many keys and would find the one to this lock. Your Jingle Jangle knows many keys to many locks. This one no different, and if friends help Jingle Jangle, Jingle Jangle help friends. And she sort of walks up to who's actually carrying the cage.
I think it was Anna.
I don't remember.
I had it at the beginning. I could have kept it, but
I think it was on. At some point, it was hanging on the snail.
Yeah.
I'll carry it, I guess.
I mean,
So
probably Tavaren. Probably Tavaren, since he's the biggest one of us.
I am now the biggest, yeah, true. I've grown quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean the cage is about what, a foot tall, so
Yeah. Which like
it hangs on your belt. Just poor Sir Talavar's on a bigger thing. Watch your gait, you big mullet. But yeah, she's quick to sort of look towards the lock. She has sort of a sniff, a lick, and then a bit like a bloodhound, she starts sniffing the air around her and sort of moving different keys to the side. You can actually see that these are, the collection here is incredible, as in, well, you would guess that no key here are alike, but most of them are sort of metallic, but on all different styles and shapes and colors. You have some that are inlaid with precious materials. Other seem to be made of glass or even some sort of gem. There are keys here for more locks that you will ever see in your life. There's a moment where maybe Anna, were you going, It's a good thing Jingle Jangle is here in Prismeer, because on the Sword Coast, she would be one hell of a burglar. It takes her maybe just a few minutes to sort of grab a key that seems to be how should I put it? It's most likely brass, but brass that has gone to vert de gris, sort of oxidized a bit. The outer sides have been it's worn and it's been used, but wherever there might be a crook or a sort of a design, it's been filled in with green. And she comes in, puts it in, and with no effort whatsoever just turns the lock and the cage opens. So Talavar sort of climbs out, hopping up onto I guess maybe sort of a cropping of rock that would be sort of some sort of seat or chair. Well, that feels marvelous to spread my wings again. Thank you, Lady Jingle Jangle. I am truly in your debt. And to you, Majesty, companions, thank you for this marvelous escort that you have provided for me. And while honor would dictate that I would offer my sword to you in a sort of philosophical way of thinking, my duties are to the Summer Queen, and I must rush to her side and tell her of what has happened here. So, from spirit to word, I guess, and offer you my sword in thanks for your services. And basically goes down to one knee, pulls out his sword and sort of presents it onto him to somebody, to you, Tavaren, basically, to take it.
Yes. I will take the swords and do like a 3 taps on the shoulders and yes, rise and carry on with us.
No.
No, carry on without us. Go back to your mission, Sir Talavar.
Yes, mistress. I will. I trust you to wield that blade in honor, and think of me well.
Wait, do you have a blade?
Yeah, do you have a weapon to defend yourself on your way back?
I have my cunning and my honor, and I'm a messenger of the Lady of Summer. There is no way that any other might keep me from my message.
Just for my peace of mind, while we do appreciate the honor of having your blade, I think it would be better used at your side.
Yeah.
I agree with the blade.
I will flip it over again and with hilt towards him, a knight should have his swords.
There are many. I may find many swords, but my sword would belong to you as monarch and person who has helped me. No, I cannot.
Right.
For honor's sake, I cannot accept this return.
But a knight's sword in the service of a monarch should be wielded by the knights.
So I will be back once my quest is finished and I am released from the lady's service. I will return and claim the blade and wield it in your name and your honor. But until then, I really must be going. But I thank you for your concern. He sort of there's a moment where he sort of goes up to his mustache, sort of twiddles it a little bit, almost sort of twiddles it. As you can see that from the tip of the mustache, the mustache sort of retreats, sort of turning translucent, invisible, and he goes completely invisible.
Okay.
I wanted to offer one of my javelins, but okay, this is lost.
You go,
Okay.
I was about to offer one of my javelins. As you say the word, there's a whoosh of air by you, and one of your javelins just goes poop. It disappears.
Okay. Well, I take that as a yes.
Take comfort in the fact that this dragon is protected by the Lady of Summer and the seal that she confide.
Protected by
It
both
is not a small feature, I assure you.
Tavaren,
Yes.
you may add into your equipment a dagger +1.
Okay.
I was gonna ask how big that sword was and if it was actually usable by
It
one
is.
of us.
It is barely the size of a letter opener.
Yeah.
Un stylet.
Right. Exactly.
Because otherwise I would have had an idea of making it into hair jewelry. But
at least he took the
the javelin.
no, and the weight.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely. Oh right, he has a mace actually.
Well, it's a weight. It's like a small.
yeah.
It's a little halter bell for him.
Yeah, so but technically, so he's got a brass knuckles basically.
He has means to defend himself with.
Yeah.
I mean, you should actually, when you have the chance, look up the stats for the older fairy dragons. They are a mess.
Okay.
The idea is if any, they have, I think they have a breath weapon that basically goes, it's a euphoria breath, I think.
Okay.
So, and considering that Talavar is a purple one, I think that makes him quite ancient. So, but anyways, look those up. Yes, apparently, fairy dragons have different stats according to the color.
Okay.
Okay. The more you know.
The more you know. Jingle Jangle sort of waves goodbye to seemingly not at all.
While fading.
Yeah.
While fading away.
No, so Jingle Jangle sort of waves back
Oh, sorry.
and then
Yes,
goes back
okay.
and a good friend. Jingle Jangle is happy to help. But I need rest. And you...
We do too.
You do too. Stay here. Sleep. Telemy Hill will keep us safe. Safe from the brigands.
Where's Telemy Hill going?
Telemy goes where Telemy goes.
Okay.
But
just
stuck
so we
here
know
in
that we're
hither.
going to wake up maybe somewhere else.
Hither now. You wake up on Telemy Hill. It's the same place.
I'll just go back outside to tell the trees that Jingle Jangle is okay, just resting.
You can see the nodding sort of. I think the closest one to you sort of nods to sort of hear you say that, and sort of goes all the way back, and you can kind of see each one of the trees sort of lean forward to hear the news and lean backwards compared to you to sort of spread the word, and so you can see this sort of wave of foliage go down and across the hill.
Yeah.
The occasional tree just standing there, you're pretty sure that one's just a tree. Right. As I would not as you move sort of further in, you find a little den that Jingle Jangle has set herself up with. Of course, it's a lot of keys, sort of brushed up into sort of a all sort of to form sort of the circular kind of nesting area. There's not a lot of space for people of your size. I'm talking mostly for Tavaren and Anna, and well, Ysdred as well. And well, Ysdred, I'm sure you'll find out. You can find a place to lay your head. But if you have nothing peculiar to do, or
I think I would like to, before I go to sleep, and now that I can, because I'm now a Firbolg again.
Yes.
I think I would like to cast an identify. Wait, I think. Oh no, it's detect magic that I can cast.
Yes.
So I'd like to cast a detect magic just to have a look at the keys and go like, to see if there's like specific keys that stand out, or if it's just all magical keys, or.
It's difficult to. Well, I would say all of them in some way are unique. So I'm guessing there are magical keys among them, right? But they seem to be. None of them seem to be in particularly a place of importance. They're just tossed in with the others. It seems that Jingle Jangle does not have any, or if she has preferred keys, they might be, sort of on her jacket. But they're just sort of bunched up in sort of yes. So you'll definitely see a couple of keys that are enchanted or might be part of an sort of enchanted lock or something along those lines. But yeah, I mean, you're in the Feywilds. Welcome to the realm of magic. By the way, how do you sense magic? Is it by sight, sound, smell?
I think it's a smell thing.
Yes, so I would say that as you're detecting I mean, it's at first. You when you open up those senses again, it's overwhelming, as in everything smells of magic.
Yeah,
you are in the
Feywilds.
Almost
like, whoa.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And all those memories and all those sensations and all those emotions sort of rush back into you as you open your senses to the surrounding. You can taste almost on the tip of your tongue the delight that is Prismeer, but there is an acidic taste to it it's almost sort of like curdled, right? As it's gone bad a little bit, as in something's off here. But you can still sort of smell it. And Telemy Hill is very pure with regards to that. Telemy is still very much in that scent of Prismeer as it was, not as it is. But inside the cave, yes, as you sort of smell about, the iron does mix up with a little bit of magic, just by being around. The same way that it would catch humidity if we were in a swamp, magic sort of infuses everything. But you do not find any particularly strong magic within some of these keys. No. And certainly no school of magic, sort of general ways of enchantment.
Ambient magic.
Yes. Just basically, this is the GM telling you, no, there are no particular keys that you need to collect.
I figured it wouldn't be. I just
you hit the tab button on the RPG to see all the interactable items, and no, you just have a general information about the keys and no actual
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. And I think then we go for long rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finally.
You are completely safe here, so feel free to hit the long rest button should you wish.
Might also be a good point for a short rest.
Actually, yes, we could. Shall we take a short break?
Short rest. Yeah.
Short rest. Okay. We will leave then our four adventurers to their nap and take a short break of our own. we will be back in part 2 very, very soon. So, to those who are following, thank you, and we will see you just beyond the break. Bye.